Okay, everybody, welcome to part B, the commentary. I am still trying to understand how this lady dated this. First of all, lesson number one, I don't know if you should date somebody named Daquan. No, and that, I'm just saying. Now, I'm sure there's a good person named Daquan out there, but I'm trying to understand how this girl, pretty girl, got with this. So why is he on the screen? All of an argument about Zoe leaving.
And he put the gun to my head, and I'm just begging and pleading to him, please, don't shoot me again, please.
Tonight, only on WREL, she survived. A 6-year-old girl, and that girl's mother did not. She explains what led up to the shooting and how she was able to live to talk about it today. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Deborah Morgan.
And I'm Gerald Owens. This is what we know. Police say Daquan Jones shot and killed the girlfriend and their 6-year-old daughter. He also shot 2 other people before turning the gun on himself. WRL's Chelsea Donovan traveled to Greenville today to speak with the woman who survived. It's an interview you will only see on WRAL.
She was screaming to the top of her lungs. I don't want to go.
So stop and think. He also killed their child together. So I'm trying to fathom in my mind, how does an argument about someone leaving, going somewhere, lead to a killing? How? An argument about someone going somewhere equates to murder? Multiple murders, but 4 people shot. I think this man, I'm sorry to say, I think he hated his baby mama and daughter. You're taking your life on your hand, dealing with some. You're literally taking your life in your hands, dealing with some of these men. An argument about going somewhere leads to it. Dusty's been drama, murder, heartache, and trauma. The financial implications is too many of them in the nation, and it's nationwide. So he kills his baby mama, the mother of his child, and a 6-year-old. Then he shoots the lady that survived and kills himself. When they say, be wary of a person that has nothing to lose, might want to, we have got to set a standard. I'm going to pick him up and fix him up and show me Barbara the Builder. You might as well build yourself a coffin. I'm sorry to say. Put your trust in Dusty. If you must, you're going to see what's going to happen. Go ahead and pick up Dusty Dan. He's also a gun-toting man. There's got to be a standard. A disagreement over somebody's leaving. No, so you know what I think? I think, as I said before, people doing what they want to do. Sometimes I think these men have a hatred for women that the women don't see. They don't see. And can you imagine? You're in a relationship, you're intimate with this person, and then you look at this as a person that unalives you. Not just you, but also the child.
I want to go.
6-year-old Zoe didn't want to leave Micaiah Page's Sharpsburg home where friends had gathered late Saturday night.
Just out of nowhere, he shot Zoe, and then he proceeded to shoot Kiara.
It was an argument between Daquan Jones and Kiara Massenberg about Zoe leaving that prompted the shooting spree, according to Micaiah Page.
So an argument over the 6-year-old child that they share together leaving. So an argument just leads into a killing. Who does that? Who hasn't had an argument? It's crazy.
Page, who was shot next.
Then he came for me. And I just remember it walking towards me and me trying to run, but I still got hit.
Paige was first shot here in her driveway along with another friend, Devontae Hicks. She says she started running for safety to this store here.
So that lady was able to run, the one that survived. And then out of all that, her 4-year-old daughter saw this happen. Talk about PTSD and counseling. One dust bucket. The one that survived, her daughter saw this happen. Can you imagine?
Her daughter by her side, but her best friend and her best friend's daughter are gone.
Just tore me to pieces, getting the news about Zoe and Kiara.
Paige says after Jones shot everyone, he got in Kiara's car to leave.
He had to move them out of the driver's seat so that he could get in the driver's seat to even drive the car.
Did you hear that? So obviously they were already dead. She said he had to move them out of the seats so he could drive. So it sounds like to me he must have shot them. She was shot outside, the one that survived. He must have shot them in the vehicle. Wow, how cold can one get?
Car to leave.
He had to move them out of the driver's seat so that he could get in the driver's seat to even drive the car.
Paige described what she saw as pure evil.
I could just look at his eyes. It wasn't him.
Jones soon got in the car, dropped his wounded daughter off at this random house nearby before ending up here with...
So he must have had another daughter because he's killed the 6-year-old. So she said he dropped his... I'm sorry. No. My apologies. So the daughter that was shot, he dropped her off at a house. But still, the child did not make it. So my apologies. The 6-year-old was dropped off at a house. But still, she died.
He got in the car, dropped his wounded daughter off at this random house nearby before ending up here with Kiara's dead body in the car. He took his own life at this home in Nash County. It's a tragedy that has rocked several families and an entire community.
So there he was, shot the mama and shot the daughter. Just think, he was driving with his dead baby mama's body in the car, just driving. And then killed himself. And the 6-year-old did not survive. As they say, one bad apple can ruin the whole barrel. One dust bucket can ruin a whole group. 2 people dead. He's dead. This lady shot, and then the survivor that was shot, she'll probably need counseling, PTSD, problems sleeping at night. Plus her 4-year-old daughter saw it. So can you imagine? So how was your weekend, little one? Oh, there was a shooting and a killing and a murder-suicide that I saw. The depravity. You wonder why some of our kids, I feel, have learning disabilities. It's so much violence that they see and they can't process it. So when they might be staring off into space, oh, you don't pay attention. Let's get you some medication. ADHD, something is wrong with you. Staring off into space. No, it's the violence that they've been exposed to. It's not a learning disability. It's the environment is so toxic, full of violence. If not a shooting, it's a killing, it's a stabbing, or just hearing it. So then you look up while the kid's supposed to go to school. Okay, go and learn and do your very best. How can they? Where's the time and the money and the resources for counseling? And I think we're so used to, oh, we'll just deal with it and go on. The kids, they're not getting the help that they need. So the next thing you know, they put a label on you, ADHD, or you can't pay attention. Oh, you're slow. No, it is a toxic and dangerous environment. That's why the kids cannot flourish and grow. They're not slow. But we can't talk about that because you know what? That's going to equate to some decision making and accountability. And heaven forbid we do that. He shot his 6-year-old daughter. Baby girl didn't survive. We have to have a standard. I'm still trying to process, how did she get with him? I don't care what kind of man shortage that there is, we have to have a standard. What are we teaching our children? And maybe no one taught you or me or us. My dad had a big influence on me, of course. We forget about what didn't happen. We got to strive forward. We should want better for the next generation. If this man was at my door, well, they said, I'll be scared. Ooh. Definitely not going to open it. What did she see in this? You wonder why some women prefer to be baby mama? Oh, no, I'll handle it. I'll handle it. And I bet some of them are still breathing. Not worth the trauma. The trauma. Not worth death. How does an argument about a child leaving lead to death? Murder, suicide? No. As they say, you have to think it before you do it and execute it. I'm willing to bet you he's been harboring some dark thoughts about her. Oh, he won't do that, or he won't do that until they do. Then I thought about it, this thing. He had to move her over to drive the vehicle. So literally driving with a dead body. 6-year-old wounded, she didn't make it. The baby mother's already dead, then offs himself. When these men don't want to have these relationships, they want to be fathers, I won't try to press the issue. It might be best to go solo. Maybe challenging, lesson learned, best to go solo. Because maybe if you did. See, this is why I know we don't want to hear it in the community about the marry before you carry, because guess what? Oh, that'll get a big old, I don't want to hear about that. You know why I think some women are against it in the BC? Because they know these men are not about that. So we could try to downplay it. We are opposed to marry before you carry. Believe it or not, marry before you carry can save a life. Oh, it sure can. One of these jokers come popping up at you, trying to holler at you. Make your stance very clear about marry before you carry, or however you choose to word it. That way, that might save your life. You can go ahead and get on. Believe it or not, marry before you carry can save a life. Why? If you make that well known and stick by, we're not supposed to be hopping into no bedroom action real quick. What for? Oh, have me a little fun? Yep. And you can have a little fun. Next thing you know, the joker can go and get the gun. Maybe that stance will go ahead and kind of weed them out. Oh, I'm going to leave her alone. I ain't trying to hear about it. Good, girl. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time and energy dating them or nothing. We don't want to hear about that. Because the community is not always promoting that. We used to follow this home and baby dad, and we're okay with that. It can save a life. Another black woman is gone. Thanks to what I consider a typical Tyrone, and with them highly emotional dust buckets, things are going to always go wrong. Again, how does an argument about someone going somewhere lead to a shooting? What the? Excuse me? That's not about it. How did he get up there? If he had to push her body over driving her car, let me guess. I'll bet he was sitting up here. This sounds to me like one of those dusties with no vehicle and no job. He had to push her over so he can drive over there. And really, you driving with dead bodies to the car? Look how sick. I mean, honestly and truly, I thought about that. How did he get up there? Did he walk his big old slew foot self up there? How did he get up there? Want to control something when you have nothing? Literally, based on a report, driving with a dead body in the car, and then he killed himself. He had nothing to live for, but guess what? Maybe they did. The mom and daughter, they had each other, and friends and family, I'm assuming, who loved and cared about them. That is why I say we have to set a standard. And believe it or not, marry before you carry is no guarantee, but I tell you one thing, it can save a life. That way, guess what? The dust can go ahead and go with it. Don't waste your time with it. We've got to set a standard. Again, I don't understand. I'm trying to comprehend how she got with that kind of man. And now look, 2 lives gone. Dusty's been drama, heartache, and trauma. The financial implications is too many of them in the nation. You want to live your best life, you better not put your trust in dust. Because when you do, one thing that they're very good at is making a mini mama go and the child night. Just sad. Anyway, let me know what you all think. I wanted to say one more thing about this too. I saw a video. You know what? Matter of fact, I'll make that a separate video. Okay. Thanks for watching, and I'm out.